For 3 years, we were told the mega site was a done deal. We were told the flags were planted. We were told Donald Trump's wall of tariffs would force the world to build in America or not build at all. Well, 1 minute ago, the fax machines in Montgomery started screaming, and the phone lines in Ottawa started ringing. Japan just pulled the trigger. Toyota isn't pausing its $9 billion expansion in the American South. It's killing it. And it's not moving to Mexico. It's not going back to Japan. It's going north. Mark Carney didn't scream. He didn't threaten. He simply opened the door. And in doing so, he may have handed Donald Trump one of the most humiliating economic defeats of his presidency. In the next 40 minutes, I'm taking you inside the boardroom decision that just cost America 4,000 jobs. I'll show you the memo that convinced Tokyo the United States is no longer a safe long-term bet. And I'll explain why this isn't just about cars. It's about the end of an era. You're watching history shift in real time. Let's be crystal clear about what happened, because the spin coming out of Washington will try to blur it. They'll call it fake news. They'll call it a negotiation tactic. It's neither. At 8 a.m. Tokyo time, the board of directors of Toyota Motor Corporation filed an official notice with the Nikkei exchange. Short, direct, final. The proposed Project 50 battery and EV assembly plant, unscheduled to break ground next month in Huntsville, Alabama, has been terminated. That's $9 billion in capital investment erased. 4,000 direct jobs gone, an estimated 20,000 plus support jobs in trucking, logistics, steel, and glass wiped off the map. But that's not the real shock. The second paragraph changed everything. Toyota has entered into a definitive agreement with the Government of Canada and the Province of Ontario to relocate the facility to the Windsor-Essex Auto Corridor. That's the earthquake. This isn't about cheap labor. Canadian labor is expensive. It's not about market size. The U.S. market dwarfs Canada's. This is about predictability. This is Japan, one of America's closest allies, looking at political volatility and saying, we can't build a 30-year investment on shifting ground, and then looking north and seeing stability. While Trump threatened 200% tariffs on anyone who didn't comply, Carney offered something simpler: rule of law and policy continuity. Today, continuity won. And here's the part that should make Washington nervous. Toyota may be the first domino, because when capital moves once, it can move again. If you have a 401k, a manufacturing job, or a business tied to supply chains, this matters to you. This wasn't about tax credits. It wasn't about green incentives. It was a risk calculation. A major Japanese banking group reportedly flagged the U.S. as a high political volatility jurisdiction for long-term industrial investment. The concern wasn't profit margins, it was unpredictability. When policy shifts with headlines, capital hesitates. Canada, meanwhile, offered trade access to the U.S. market under existing agreements, without the same volatility risk. At ground level, signs were already there. In Huntsville, site preparation slowed, heavy machinery was pulled back. Local officials reportedly struggled to get clarity from federal channels. Meanwhile, Carney's government held quiet meetings in Tokyo and Nagoya, not press conferences, but technical briefings, supply chain maps, energy grids, mineral access, cross-border logistics, no drama, just spreadsheets. Markets responded quickly. Toyota shares rose. Auto competitors tied heavily to U.S. policy exposure saw pressure. Investors reward stability. Here's the strategic reality. You don't have to build inside the U.S. to sell into the U.S. Geography still works. Canada maintains trade access to the American market, but companies may perceive reduced regulatory shock risk. That's the leverage shift, and this is bigger than one factory. Auto plants create gravity, suppliers cluster nearby, battery makers follow, advanced manufacturing ecosystems form. Where the plant goes, momentum follows. If tariffs escalate, consumer prices rise. If they don't, the leverage weakens. Either way, this decision sends a signal. Long-term capital now weighs political stability as heavily as tax incentives. This isn't about personalities, it's about perception. The perception that predictability is valuable. And volatility is expensive. So where does this go next? 3 possibilities. 1, escalation. Tariffs rise, tensions spike, markets react. 2, recalibration. Quiet diplomacy tries to reverse the damage. 3, replication. Other firms reconsider expansion geography. Toyota made its move, now the response will shape what comes next. This isn't just a factory relocation, it's a test of economic gravity in North America, and it's unfolding right now.